Hello, guys, and good afternoon to Professor. So, this is Manmeet on the behalf of Team Yellow. So, we have taken the part of Google Drive while understanding the dynamics of the virtual collaboration and the knowledge of the same. So, I'm going to do the introduction of Google Drive while explaining all the things related to Google Drive. Now, the next is going to done by my other members, and they will introduce themselves. So, I'm going to hand over the mic to others.
Hello, Professor. I am Sijjan Kaur and I'll be covering the tips that will be used by Aiken Company to resolve the emerging issues.
Hello, Professor. My name is Shreyan Batla, and I will be talking about recommendations used for virtual collaborations for Econ Company and how they can be useful for them in future.
Hi, Professor. I'm Venkat. I'll be covering the evaluation of the case study, what we have done in the report.
Hello, Professor. My name is Usha. I'm going to conclude this entire presentation for you today.
Hi, Professor. My name is Ravneet. I'm talking about the background of the Google Drive.
So now, Professor, I'm going to share my screen while sharing the presentation of our group. And here is the things. So, okay, guys, let's start with our presentation. So this is our team that we are going to present our team yellow. And so this is the introduction part where I can say that the Google Drive is considered to be the best cloud storage services as it provides because it stores the large amount of data which we can open on any of the device sitting at any of the place or we are working with others at the different locations or at far away places, and this is considered to be the safest place to have the backup as well as easy access to all the files that we have saved on Google Drive. It is not only the drive on which we can save the files. This is the thing where we can save our memories while saving the photographs or other things. And these files can be attached to the individual emails. And as I said, already said that it can be run on any of the device, either on the laptop or on the phones or on the tablets, whichsoever, as this is the modern era. So we have the number of devices where we can use the Google Drive, and this is one of the first thing where we can share the files while having the emails of all the persons as a group or as a team. And here it is the I think it is the virtual thing where we can allow others to edit the document by getting their emails or by putting their emails over there. And it is the easiest and the secure access to all the files because it cannot be opened by anyone on their laptops until they are not given the permission to open that by putting their emails. And it also helps us to remove the viruses like the ransomware, malware, phishing, and many more, because as Google Drive gives us the vast space to store the number of things, because there are number of companies who are working to do all the things to save all their work on the Google Drive. So there are some risks that the viruses they can affect them in a bad manner. So Google Drive also helps us in removing the viruses. And next is it minimizes the risk, that is it is a cloud native while eliminating the local requirements of the local files as well. So moving on to the next slide, we as an MBA student, we have used this Google Drive for a number of times. I think, as I remember, since my first semester, I have created the number of Google Docs on which we have worked as a group, and we just created one single Google Doc on which we were just do editing according to our availability, as we all are the students as well as the working over here. So we can just create the Google Doc and create the Google Sheets. If we want to create the presentations, we can also create the Google Forms as well as the Google Slides too. And I have done this thing as well, that I have invited others to edit the documents by taking their emails and giving them the authority to edit that document. Until I don't give them the authority to edit the document, it cannot be edited at any moment of time until they don't have the authority. And moreover, it is the one thing that offers the fast speed as well as the reliable source of saving the data at one place, and which can be used which can be used from the faraway places or while sitting at the different places by the number of members at one time. Because it happens for a number of times that there two persons are sitting at faraway places, they can just do the editing while sitting at their own places, and each of us can see the see the editing over there, whatever so is going on in the document, that can be easily edited. And it is easily accessible for all the teams to search the content with just a blink of eye, that just search the things by putting the things in the search button, and we can easily search whatever the content we want to find out from that Google Drive or the Google Doc whatsoever. So I have searched for the number of companies those who are actually putting all their data, or they are actually dependent upon the Google Drive to save all their data. That is the Broadcom company, Freedom, Sanmina, Whirlpool, Adobe. They all are the famous companies those who are actually using the Google Drive for saving all their files, saving all their data. As these are the companies those who are actually working at some other places, and they actually gives access to their workers or to their employees to make the editing or the additions if any is required is there, either in the Google Doc or in the Google Sheets, by sharing their emails, or by sharing or by giving them the authority to make the editing in those documents. So now, while moving on to the next, I would like to invite Ravneet to talk about the background of Google Drive.
Hi, Professor. If I talk about the background of the Google Drive revolutionary invented by in the 2012. This application is like for using the collaboration, sharing, and if we type any type of editing in our any type of the documents, and we also share a lot of things with the help of the Google Drive. Google Drive also is a one type of application of Google Workplace, which is productively it is a toolkit. It is also include applications such as like a Google Gmail, which is we can use nowadays. We are also use Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Map, Google Calendar for remembering our meetings, etc. This application also allows us to store a different type of things like a files. We have our photos, videos. While it is, I don't think so. It is how much it will be uh, back or it is new. Additionally, it also allows us to collaborate, create their easy and even very easy to do everything. Additionally, it allows us to be collaborate, create their project or documents anymore. Now we help with the help of this, we also make our PPT on this application also have a lot of ability, like they give a lot of type of benchmarks and anything. If I talk about the history of this, firstly we have Google Gears, which is coming in the 2004. And in this, if I talk about this application, have given a lot of things, like we can browse a lot of things and setting, we can do a lot of things. And in 2007 we have a Google Docs. In this, we can introduce a lot of the Google market, and we have a ability to easy share, edit, and create documents. Next, we will talk about my next slide. In this, we will talk about the plans. We have a two type of plans, in which first plan is about the 15 GB. This plan is free plan, and it is used by a lot of the students like us. We are MBA students and we need a lot of space for making our documents. And second is the 30 TB, which is uses by the businesses, and this is a paid plan, because in this we the businesses have to be take a lot of things, they have to pay it for these things, and the organization need to be have a store a lot of things. The free plan is targeted to single individual users who do not require a large sum of storage space. Next is the user base. In this, we will talk about that the Google Drive nowadays will be used by 1.5 billions of the people, because the Google storage of the cloud system offers a lot of the accessible and secure way to share their files and store their data. If I talk about the security of the Google Drive is so good. There are a lot of things which we have to be input for getting inside in that. And after that, we have an integration part of the Google Productivity Suite in which we have as well as regular update and new feature. With the help of the Google Drive, we are getting a regular updates and a lot of features which help to us for the presentations and for the lot of spreadsheet. In the conclusion, I will talk about that. In the background of the Google Drive, I just say that it is a very convenient way to store and share the files with another with the help of the Google Drive. Next, now I will said that the evaluation will be done by another people.
Unlocking the virtual power of virtual collaboration. In today's corporate scene, there is a shift of digital workspaces. Now we'll talk about this presentation in this. So the importance of virtual cooperation and improving communication. For success, cultivate a culture of information sharing. Google Drive is a platform for virtual collaboration where we share all the information in one go. So today, the virtual collaboration and knowledge sharing, but values in digital change era cannot be emphasized. Companies are shifting away from typical office arrangements and towards remote work, emphasizing the importance of good online interaction tools. Every successful firm places a premium on communication. It is more than just conveying messages, it is also about exchanging thoughts and expertise. Companies must build protocols for smooth convenience of essential information among the ranks to do this efficiently. This method depends on creating culture that encourages people to share their findings rather than keeping themselves. Next slide, please. Next slide.
Yeah.
Virtual collaboration pros and cons. So, by pros and cons, benefits of virtual cooperation, job advertising skills, development, and so forth. Like the challenges, security threats, customer engagement limits, approaches that are practical orientation beyond your screen. Google Drive and other collaboration technologies plays a role. So now let's talk about virtual collaboration's pros and cons for this moment. So Google Drive is a technology that has helped virtual cooperation. It uses virtual collaboration capabilities to improve team communication, expand business operations, and cross geographical borders. However, when we go further, we discuss difficulties. Today's case study is on Econ Group Incorporation, a transportation infrastructure firm. In this digital era, Econ, like many other firms, confronts challenges in maintaining positive work atmosphere, guaranteeing data protection, and successfully dismantling information. Complications develop at numerous phases, including selection, training, staffing, and onboarding. The worldwide epidemic has highlighted the need of virtual collaboration. The experience of Econ represents more significant trend that we have witnessed in recent years. While just 24% of the company's procedures were internet-based in 2019, by 21, the figure has been risen to 47. The need for virtual cooperation has never been higher. Virtual cooperation has several advantages. It enables organizations like Econ to post job openings and quickly build skills and rate knowledge. With features like interaction with Google Workspace, priority notifications, excellent file management, and the HomeSite app, Google Drive plays a critical part in the ecosystem. Practical ways are essential for vertical collaboration success. Orientation is critical for increasing workforce diversity and providing teams with essential technological capabilities. Bring Your Device initiative has gained traction, allowing employees to utilize their devices for virtual operations while the optimizing resource utilization. Virtual communication, however, is not without its difficulties. Personalization can pose security issues and result data breaches. Not all client interactions are appropriate for the virtual sphere, and ethical and motivating components might be jeopardized in digital context. In conclusion, with my part, our case study demonstrates the rising significance of virtual cooperation and information exchange. Today's corporate scene highlights the revolutionary potential of digital communication and information sharing. However, it also emphasizes addressing security issues, increasing client interaction. As we progress in the era of virtual cooperation, let us recognize the benefits and work hard to solve the problems. The aim is to discover complete solutions that bridge gap between the virtual and the real worlds, enabling free, secure, and ethical knowledge flow. Now, next, I hand over to Srijan to complete the other part.
Hello, Professor. So to start with the tips, to resolve the problems, I would suggest that Aiken should focus on improving the virtual collaboration within the organization by hiring right people which have good interpersonal skills, because building the trust among the team is very important. And they can also use the virtual tools for collaboration such as Google Trust for communication, Asana for project management, and Kisco WebEx for web conferencing. And prototyping, they can use Adobe XD. And for scheduling the meetings, the Calendly is a good tool. And for automating the workflows, they can use Microsoft Flow. And the participation of all the individuals is very important to work towards a common shared organizational goals. Moving further, Icon should also enhance the security system by incorporating two-factor or the multi-factor authentication for employees and the accounts of customers. And the devices that the company used to access the company data should also be encrypted. And they can also conduct the security audits to identify that what are the leak points of the information and work on them to ensure that no of the personal information is being leaked out of the organization. And the employees must also be trained to identify the phishing attempts to the data they are assessing and use the strong passwords for the data. And also they can install latest antivirus softwares or firewall softwares to prevent the cyber attacks on them. And also I would say that Aiken should work on strengthening the customer relationships, because for any business to be successful, the customer satisfaction is the key point. And they can do so by engaging the customers via social media platforms, and they can also use the social listening tools such as TweetDeck to evaluate the feedbacks of the customer and work on the demands. And addressing the customer concern can help generating the revenue and sales. Moreover, they can also introduce some of the customer loyalty programs so the customers stay loyal to their company. Thank you, and I'll now hand over to Shreyan.
Talking more in detail about it, uh, the ACON needs to establish a culture that encourages its employees to share insights and discoveries openly through all these virtual collaborative tools. They need to address the security concerns associated with using the personal devices and by using the virtual collaboration tools. Third is balance virtual and physical interactions, which is very important because uh, there needs to be a balance between how hybrid you go in terms of your operations, because at after a certain limit there needs to be in-person interactions between your employees, and as well as you can also keep working in hybrid motions. Along with that, talking about the offering continuous learning and training through these collaborative tools, you can offer your employees more and more learning and training, uh, providing different certifications and programs through which they can grow and upskill. Uh, Next is integration of data. They can ensure all the virtual collaborations that efforts adhere to the data privacy regulations, which is more important because uh, ethics in this business carries a lot of importance. Adapting to the future trends, keeping uh, keeping afloat with the emerging trends in the virtual collaborations, and exploring the potential benefits of latest trends, for example, augmented reality and uh, the new AI, Chat GPT, etc. So they can like integrate with their most of their tools with that. Feedback and continuous improvement, which is more important. They can establish a feedback mechanism from these collaborative tools to gather insights about their employees and how they can uh, be more effective in their workplace. Uh, Next point is promotion of employees' well-being. How these collaborative tools benefit these employees, which carries a very important point. It helps to recognize the virtual collaboration, which can sometimes lead to isolation. So, encouraging team building activities, regular check ins, and mental health support programs offered through these uh, collaborative tools, virtual collaborative tools, for companies can offer them a lot of benefit when it needs to be more of emotions than just professional work. Uh, 10th and the most important part is measuring ROI in performance. So since we're using all of these tools, there need to be a track of how beneficial these tools are to our operations. And I think that implementing these metrics to measure the return on investments of these collaborative tools and evaluating the impact on the productivity of our operations and customer satisfaction and overall business outcomes is what matters the most. So these recommendations aim to provide all actionable steps for Aecon to enhance its virtual collaboration and knowledge. And while addressing potential challenges, they can ensure a balanced approach to build both virtual and physical collaboration support uh, in a very uh, in a very easy and comfortable form. So next, my teammate Usha will discuss about the conclusion points.
To conclude this entire case study we just made, the spotlight is definitely given on the essential transition towards virtual workplaces and incorporation of robust online tools to facilitate effective communication in contemporary work settings, to say. And Aecon Group practically experiences exemplify the challenges and solutions within the virtual collaborations, with Microsoft Teams serving as a focal point for efficient teamwork. The rise of remote work, accelerated by the pandemic, has further underscored the need for comprehensive online collaboration of tools. And at the core of this successful collaboration lies the imperative of sharing the perspectives among colleagues, necessitating streamlined methods for seamless information sharing. And Acon's approach, encompassing all these structured onboarding, technological powers, and optimized personal utilization, underscores the role of strategic planning in virtual teamwork. On the whole, however, the transition to remote work brings its own set of challenges, for sure, and from the device security concerns to bridging the gap between digital interactions and real world engagements, especially in client interactions, to be honest. The study insights provide actionable recommendations, as just Shreyan mentioned. I think they're impeccable recommendations we just made over there for fortified security measures and innovative approaches to maintain a robust client engagement. To also navigate through the landscape of the remote work effectively, organizations are advised to establish sturdy foundations for online communications, prioritize information security in virtual realms, and nurture meaningful client relationships. In essence, this case study presents a comparative exploration into the key elements driving successful virtual collaboration, offering organizations to seek resilience and adaptability in the evolving era of the dominance by remote work paradigms. So that's pretty much all for our presentation today, ma'am. We hope you like it and score as really good. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Here I have one question, guys. As our case study highlighted the importance of virtual collaboration and the knowledge sharing, so can anyone provide any example of how the company successfully transitioned to virtual collaboration and improve its knowledge
Yeah.
sharing?
Yes, Srijan, I'll definitely answer your question. Certainly, one notable example of a company successfully transitioned to the virtual collaboration and enhancing its knowledge sharing culture is Google. Google has a long been at the forefront promoting remote work and collaboration. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Google adopted to remote work and leverage its collaboration tools such as Google Drive, Google Workspace to facilitate seamless communication and information sharing among its employees worldwide. They encouraged a transparency and open communication culture where employees were empowered to share their insights and results. Google approach included regular with virtual meetings, using collaborative documents, and implementing advanced security measures to protect sensitive information. By embracing these technologies and fostering culture of knowledge sharing, Google maintained its productivity, improved its overall efficiency and adaptability during challenging times. This example underscores the importance of technology and culture in successful virtual collaboration and knowledge sharing. So that's all for the day.
Okay. Thank you, Venkat, for answering this question. So, any more questions, guys?
I have one thing in my mind, like everybody of us or people all around the globe are all not tech savvy, right? I myself also face some problems relating to the technology things and all. So, can someone lay emphasis on how to share the Google Docs and the Google Sheets or the Google Form with others? Because I recently problems in last semester.
Okay, yeah. Okay, for this, I have to show you something that by sharing our, we have to first go for our Gmail account. Just open your Gmail accounts. And when you go for your Gmail account, just give me a moment, please. It takes some time.
Yeah,
Uh, if you have gone through the top right corner, you can see the 9 dots over there. So just go over there and select those like this. If you can see this, so just click on this, and when you go for this, you can check over here. You have the number of things over here from which you can run, and so here we have Google Drive,
okay.
and when we go for this, so it's it will show you the number of options that I have mentioned in the introduction part, that the Google Docs, Google Forms, Google Sheets, the Google Slides, whatsoever you want to go for. So you can see that I have gone for the number of things that I have shared. But when you want to go for the new one, just click on this. That is the new.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you click on this, it will show you the number of things over there, whatever you want to go for. Um, Yeah, there you can see that is the Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, or the Google Form. So Google Docs is basically for the MS Word. It works like MS Word. And for the Google Sheets, that is working for the MS Excel, as we usually do that. And then we have the Google Slides. It works as for the PPT. So when we click on the Google Docs like this, it will show us that the Google Doc is created by itself with the help of this. The same steps you can apply for the Google Files or the Google Slides or the Google Form. So here you have, and whatever you want to write, you can just write that I am so ever or whatsoever you want to write. You can just write, and over here you can see that there is the option for sharing. So when you click on this, you can share the emails over here, that to whomsoever you want to share, either the official email IDs or the other personal email IDs, and they are the only one who are able to open that and work on that particular Google Doc, and you can just create that link and share with your team or your group. So here you can just like I'm writing your name, the surgeon. So sometimes it show me the suggestions from your official IDs or from some of your the other personal IDs if I have saved in my email account. So that would be the thing over there, and I will be saving that. And when I say that, it will show me that how many people I want to go for. So if I go for this, that's it. You can see this, that I can see your official email ID over here, and I will be sharing it, and I will just put the message whatever I want to go that, and I have to check this thing. Either it is at the viewer commenter or at the editor. If you want to give the authority to others to give the additions or edit the document, so just click on the editor and they will be able to edit the same and just send this, and you will be getting this thing in your email ID. You will get the notification over there, and from there you can easily go for this, and you can able to edit the document at your pace. So I think that is the thing. That's all from my side. If you still have some doubt, so you can ask me again.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I got like enough information about that. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Professor. So this is all our part for the Google Drive, and we hope we just met your expectations. And thank you for listening to us, and thank you for giving us a chance to share our views. Thank you, Professor.
Should I stop this